welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing this spring makeup look, and yeah, so give me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe and leave comments down below. All the products are down there as well. So if you want to know how I got this drugstore spring makeup look, then just keep watching. So first, I'm obviously going to start with my brows. As you can see, I have no brows. They're so small. So I'm using the Maybelline Duo Define and Fill pencil. Part of it is a pencil that's similar to the Brow Wiz, and you just use a little spoolie. Well, I just use a spoolie to comb it out. But it has this other side that you can see here that is a sponge, but it also has powder in it, so it helps set the whole look. And then I'm going to be using my Maybelline Master Conceal to just clean up underneath my eyebrow to give it that sharper line. And this is probably the only thing that's not drugstore. I'm using my SMASHBOX primer water before I put on the Maybelline Master Prime. And I picked up all of these products at Walgreens. I just went up and down the aisle and tried to pick out products that I hadn't really used too much before. And as you can probably see, the majority of these products are Maybelline. Not on purpose, I promise. So now I'm using the WetNWild color correcting palette. I saw this and thought I'd give it a try. I haven't seen any really drugstore color correcting palettes. So yeah, this one was super, super affordable. So I just put the green where all my redness was, and this one said to use yellow for the under eyes. I don't ever typically use yellow for my under eye circles. I usually use orange, so thought I'd give that a try. And I'm also putting the purple color where my darkest spots are, I guess, where I feel like I am the dullest. And so now I'm just taking my beauty blender and just buffing all of that into the skin, like pressing it in before I apply my foundation. There was also a white color in this palette that is supposed to be used for highlighting. So I'm just putting that where I would typically highlight on the tops of my cheekbones and the bridge of my nose before I apply foundation to see if I can see the highlight through. And now I'm using for foundation the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I love this foundation. It's really great. I tried to pick up a new foundation, the Dream Matte Velvet. However, the color Surprise was way too light, so I figured I'd go over it with something that was still drugstore, still a little too light for me, but not nearly as light as the other one. And I'll darken it up with some bronzer and stuff. That's my main complaint with drugstore foundations. They need to put little testers all over so you can really see what your color is. I feel like I waste so much money trying to go in there and then pick the wrong color. So now I'm just taking the Maybelline Master Conceal and putting that underneath my eyes, on my chin, my lip, and my nose, and the center of my forehead, just where I would typically highlight. So now I'm buffing this in with my beauty blender and also doubling it up as an eyeshadow primer because I just straight up forgot to pick one up that was drugstore. So if you guys know of a good drugstore primer for your eyes, let me know. I typically use Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and then every now and then will use the Urban Decay one. But if you know a good alternative that's drugstore, hit me up because I would love to try it out. So now, also using a WetNWild product, I'm using their contour palette. This one's in Caramel Toffee. And so I am using the yellow color for underneath my eyes to set my concealer, applying most of the product away from the eye and then working my way in. And now I'm just taking a really big fluffy brush and setting the foundation with the Maybelline Master Fix Loose Setting Powder. And to bronze up the skin, I'm using the contour side, and let me just tell you, you should use a light hand because as you can see, it's pretty pigmented. So yeah, be sure to just like really buff it out and blend this product. I go in initially with a smaller brush, but then I go in with my big fluffy brush and try to buff out the edges so it's not super harsh. Alright, moving on to the eyes. I'm using my Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette from Morphe and just taking this, I don't really know what kind of color it is. It's a brown, but it has a warm tone to it. And I'm just really loosely blending this into the crease and in the transition area. That's going to be where most of the color comes from. So I'm just going to continue to buff it with my MAC 224. This one's really good for just spreading the product all around, giving you a really nice clean edge. And taking a clean brush, just kind of cleaning up the edges. So now I'm bringing out the Maybelline Color Molten palette. I saw this and thought it was really pretty. I was kind of wanting to do something that was peachy or like a rose gold color, and so this one was perfect. It kind of had a rosy peach color and a bronze color. So now I'm just kind of putting this bronze color on the outer half of the eye and then taking a flat shader brush and applying the rosy peach color to the inner corners, but really defining the lid. I'm bringing it up to the crease and really making a clean edge there. And now I'm just blending those colors together, making sure that there's a smooth transition. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush and add more of that transition shade and buff that back and forth in the crease as well to add more color. So for my inner corner highlight and my highlight above the brow bone, I'm going to be using this Physicians Formula Natural Nude palette. It's really versatile, actually. You can use it for highlight, eyeshadow, blush, etc. And then I'm just going in with the NYC liquid liner. It's like $3, and I just recently picked this up like a month ago, and it's definitely worth the hype. So I put on some Kiss RITZY lashes, and now I'm just cleaning up the lash line with the NYX liquid liner, because you know sometimes that glue just like jacks up your eyeliner. And now I'm applying the NYX Wonder Pencil on the lower waterline. It just makes your eyes look bigger. And then buffing out that transition color on the lower lash line. Here's where I'm doing the inner corner highlight with that Physicians Formula palette. And now for my blush, I'm going to be using this Revlon highlight palette. I'm using it just as a blush because it's like a dual highlight and blush. I love it. I actually really like this product. So now I'm going to be adding even more highlight from the Physicians Formula palette and just putting that on the tops of my cheeks, on my nose, and on the Cupid's bow of my lip. Whenever you highlight the Cupid's bow, it just makes your lips look more plump. And then I'm going to be adding on the L'Oreal Glossy Balm. I didn't want to do a really heavy lipstick, and so I thought this one was perfect. It just keeps with that peachy, rosy spring look that I was trying to achieve. And that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I used all really affordable products from Walgreens. So yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon.